Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a very, very, very delayed Untitled podcast. I don't. Hopefully, this comes out extremely soon after I record this. It's been a hectic day today. By that, I mean I woke up. It was 8 a.m. because I forgot to record one, and I was like, I can do a solo cast. I could probably get it out before 11, but I forgot there's something going on tomorrow for my family. And family came over, they said hi. I was like, well, shucks, I can't just sit alone in my room and record like 30 minutes worth of audio to make a single, podcast. But they left. There's only a few people left, so I'm here alone. I can relax, I can record this, and I can get it out to you guys. So it's going to be a short one, my bad. But I guess at the beginning, I can talk about some serious topics. So on the podcast ending, my original goal for this podcast was that I wanted just to have at least once a week where I hung out with friends for like an hour at least, which is why SoloCast only 30 minutes or around there, because I can't talk for that long, and consecutively also that it's only last case scenario that I couldn't talk to people. So that was the thing for me, so I can be more social, so I can get out of my shell more, which works because I talk more. I believe I talk more. I think I'm starting to crack open more as a person, which is good. That's my intent. But another thing was that I just wanted to do something. I during the summer I was like, I have nothing to do, which now I have major plans for the summer, so I can be super cool kid, and I don't have to always just sit home and watch anime. I could probably go to a hotel and watch anime. You feel me? So the point of it is that the whole goal was that I wanted to do a year straight of these. Maybe I miss a day and I push it back, or I push it forward, like a few of them. But usually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, those are the days the podcast always comes out. Saturday, 11 a.m. if not Saturday later time, or Sunday at latest. Like this one, I don't know. I really don't know. It'll probably be it'll probably come out Saturday. But if it doesn't, hey, Sunday. But yeah, for the podcast ending, it's not that I want to end it, but I guess during this busy season of the year, which I thought last semester was pretty busy for school, at least this year looks like it's gonna be very hectic. So I thought about even ending it like at the beginning of this year, like, hey, new year, new me, no more podcasts. But I was like, I committed. I want to do a straight year of these. Excuse me, one a week. And I was like, I can probably do that. And I'm already on 30 something, so why would I quit now? But I guess the whole point of it is that what was I gonna say? Is that after I hit a whole straight year of these, number 52, once that hits out, because I used to think it was 56 because I'm not smart, which is why I need to focus on school. But I guess the main focal point is that once I hit 52, I'll take a break from podcasts for like a month, or maybe I might just grind out pre-recordings and just do all that. But I think the Untitled podcast before Christmas break, maybe like even a month, like during November, probably after number 26. That was one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you, with my online friends. Which for like during the Christmas break, I was like, all my friends are leaving, or they're gonna be busy with work or anything. I was like, I can't really just call up on them. So I was like, what can I do to get these out? And I was playing with my friends. I was like, do you guys mind if I record a podcast? And sometimes like, yay. And sometimes they're just like, we're playing a game, so probably not. And I was just like, let me just record an hour of them playing games, me playing games, just basically what we would do with all that. And I was able to pre-record like 3 or 4 of them, I think, and I was able to schedule those out during the break, so I could take a break, because I was like, I kind of want to relax, and all that. So I was able to do that, fortunately, and all that. They weren't the prettiest ones, but they had some comedy in there. And my New Year one with Jeremiah, I had a good time talking with them. During the Christmas break, I usually kept to myself, besides playing with my online friends, because whenever I play online, I don't bring my personal stuff in. I just come online to play games. And hold up, give me 1 second. And yeah. So besides that, I fixed some stuff about myself because like I said before on the New Year's podcast, is that I was happy with the position of where my life was going. It was fine. I liked it a lot, but I was happy like a lot of the time. There's a few dips, like some really low dips, but besides that, I was really happy. But I don't know, I was really happy, but I didn't feel like I deserved the happiness, which sounds pretty dumb, like saying it out loud, but it's how I felt. It's like, I was having a good time, I was laughing, but then I was like, am I happy? And I was like, why am I thinking about this? I was like, I'm cutting a rug, I'm having such a good time, but then I just think to myself, am I really happy? So during the break, I'd worked on some things for myself, I made some promises, I started doing some scheduled things, just trying to make myself, more healthy mental wise, probably not physical, because why would I do that during the Christmas break? But I think I'm a more stable person. Not that I was unhinged before, but I just needed some time alone. I was usually home alone during the break a lot. I went out to go see family the day before, but besides that, I was home alone a lot, so I was just able just to relax, just talk to myself, which I need to do more often. Then I stopped talking to myself like all last year, which I don't know why I did that. Probably because I started thinking, oh, I have friends, I can talk to them, but I need to talk to myself every now and then to make sure, hey, you good in there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Or if I'm like, no, I'm not good, so I can just talk about it with other people, which I need to do that too. I need to talk about my problems with other people, even though I don't want to, because I'm like, I don't want to be a burden, and they're going to be like, no, you're not. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But okay, so the focal point, well, I trailed off super hard. This is just a fixing me part. Besides that, the Untitled podcast, just to go back on track real quick, just to tie this up, is that the Untitled podcast was meant for friends to be friends. And I do a SoloCast like once a month, because I don't know, at first I was like, who wants to hear me talk? But then I'm like, I could probably do, I have some plans for this channel. The Untitled podcast channel will become my personal channel. But it's still going to be basically just me running around with my friends, having a good time, stuff like that. But, I want to do some live action stuff, like vlogs. Most vlogs that I watch are pretty short, they basically take, like, days worth of footage and make it into, like, 5 minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes. Or they do, like, a whole day, and they just, like, stuff like that. And that's cool, because they just record like the funny bits of just important stuff, and they cut out everything else, unlike other vlogs which record like a whole day. And I'm like, what, you didn't need half of this. Like, I'm planning on vlogging a trip that I'm going on for band, like that's like maybe like 3-4 days. I think I didn't bother to check it out. I think it's 3 days, but it's a whole day on the bus and a whole day back, and just being in another state. And I was just like, I could probably vlog this. And I practiced vlogging, hanging out with my friends, because I hung out with them like the Sunday before we went back to school, even though we had Monday off. We just hung out. I recorded them playing games, me talking, it was all this funny bits, and I'm editing it, practicing, so I can know how to make cuts, edit things, put in bloopy sounds and all that, so I can make sure I get editing. And it's coming along pretty alright, I can get better, but probably just like on the trip, most of my footage will probably just be me on the bus talking with my friends, having a good time, and then getting off the bus to go to a gas station or something, just doing funny things. Like, probably just one day I'll probably just record like a 3-second clip for like that whole day, and the vlog's not gonna be super long. I think at best the vlog would be 5 minutes long, probably, unless like it's just that good of a vlog. It might even be just like 2 to 3 minutes long. Like, it's insane. Like, I want to make the most out of little. So like, if I personally feel like out of me recording like a whole day, or combined like the whole trip, like I record like 8 hours a day, which I don't know how I'll do that. I don't know, but if I was able to do that, and I'm like, I'm only found these 3 minutes funny, and it was from the very beginning, and there's one part in the middle, and like 2 seconds from the end, and if that's funny, and I want to put that in, I want to make the vlogs enjoyable. And besides the vlogs, I have some plans for other things I want to do, but a lot of things that I do want to do are just not that it's possible right now. During the summer, that's a definite go gadget, record that, go have fun, do all this stuff. But since it's school, it's starting to pick up. It's not getting. It's the same old. I start college up again and all that fun stuff. So probably won't exactly be possible, which is why these podcasts are probably the easiest thing to do now. But I just want to do more with this channel, whether it's just me carrying it on my back or my friends pushing me forward with it too. That'd be nice. But if not, I can work with what I got. I've made like 15 YouTube channels. I've accumulated some odd views with all my content that I've deleted and all this stuff. It's just fun stuff. But yeah. So after 52 straight weeks of these podcasts, it's coming to an end. I'll end it on 52. It's gonna be a big bang, especially in the summer. I can get tons of people on. I'll get all my do you know how crazy that'd be if I'd be able to get all my old guests on this podcast? I think it's crazy. Even my online friends, just invite them over. Be like, hey, these are my friends from New York, Kentucky, California. That one lives in Canada, I think. That'd be pretty crazy. But no, I have something planned for the 52nd, the last one. Probably nothing too exciting. It'll probably be maybe, I don't know. I'll think about it. I have a few months. But besides that, it's not. I still want to do podcasts, but I don't know. Weekly is not bad, and it's not even that it's difficult to sign things up because there's people in my school that I'm positive that they're down to do it, but I just never ask them because I'm like, maybe they're doing something else, and I'm like, okay, well, during the break I was like, all right, fix your insecurities and just ask people or tell them how you feel. Like, hey, yo, you look stupid. I'm not gonna say that unless I mean it, like, hey, you look stupid. I don't know why did I use that example. That's such a bad example, but yeah. So I guess the whole point of this, what was the point of this rant? Yeah, after the podcast is done, 52 straight ones, the more content will come out, or maybe come out during the podcast or after, more entertaining stuff, or maybe just stuff from my own personal things. Like, I want to do a series about anime, because I'm a weeb. I love anime. Would I like to go to Japan? It'd be cool, but that's not on my bucket list. I'd probably rather go to a country that I know the language of so I can have a better time. But, yeah, I guess it just really depends on what I decide to do. Because I want to do more, like I said before. I think I've been rambling for literally the whole time, but this is just going to be the rambling podcast. Because once I hit 30 minutes, I'm done. Because I don't know when my family's coming back, and I don't want little kids coming screaming into my room. Because if they scream into my room, I'm about to be like, get out of my room. So, I'll continue podcast, obviously, but I kind of want to up the ante. A long time ago, I still have a back room, but it became storage, and there's a bathroom in that room, and the pipes broke because it got cold and it leaked, and it's awful. It's just plain awful. It's literally to a point where I physically can't walk in there without wondering, will I get bitten? Well, it's something back there. I'm kind of glad I didn't work on it from the beginning, because that's when the problems started piling up, and I was just a final nail was the pipes bursting and water getting all over. Just that was the final straw. I was like, okay, this is unworkable to fix. But I wanna evolve the podcast game. By that I mean I just want to make more comfortable podcasts for people, because from the very beginning, it's just me, Jason, and Kane, having a good time on the podcast. The pilot, which I probably should just renumber it number 1 and make everything else the other ones, but I was like, I made the number 1 the official beginning, and the other one was a pilot, and I'm like, I could be a week done, but then I'm like, no, because I kind of didn't start, and I was like, but stuff like that, which is kind of weird. What should I call this one? I call all the SoloCasts just SoloCast, so I don't know people that still listen to the podcast anymore, because some spike up, some don't, probably because people that I have on tell people or other thing, which is fine. I still do these because I made a commitment and I like doing them. That's the point. If I get views, cool. If I don't, well, maybe they missed out on gold that one. But what? Wow, I really lost track of what I was talking about. Yeah, but what I've noticed is that every new person I got on, they just looked at me after I was done talking, like, Yeah, mine, and then like they sounded awkward, so like I made sure like I need to make them feel comfortable. So I started talking about stuff that they like to talk about, which is obviously something that you should do for your guest. And they got comfortable, and then the ball started rolling. But I guess just from the very get go, I just want a more comfortable atmosphere for the talkers, because I listened back to some of them, and like there's a lot of awkward silence, which is fine, because most of the time I'd be filling that up with just me right now, just filling it up with just whatever, which is the cool. But besides that, nothing really too crazy. But when it comes back, not as the Untitled podcast, I'm tossing a few names here and there. It probably won't be weekly, for quality and my sake. Maybe bi-weekly would be better. Probably not monthly, because that's kind of boring, just 1 hour a month. But bi-weekly seems better, because I can plan things out. They could probably be a little bit longer than an hour. Excuse me. But bi-weekly, it'll come back. The podcast will come back after Untitled podcast is done. But you still have like a few weeks of these podcasts, like at least 4 months. So I'll talk about this when it comes back up again. But just putting the pen here, just so you know that later down the line that other pen's there, that's gonna signify time to pull out all these pens and just start putting these pens back in. That was a very awful analogy. I haven't talked to a normal person even during school in 2 weeks, so I'm getting back on my mojo, and I'm getting funny again, even though I'm not funny. I think the reason why I'm funny, quote unquote, you guys can't see me. Probably, yeah, when the podcast comes back, I'll make it so where you can see us, if people are comfortable like that. If not, then I'll just put a webcam of me talking, and then I'll be looking at somebody. That sounds funny. Yeah, I guess just my dry tone, my dry personality of just me just talking right now, just very monotone, very non-emotional, and just me telling not a joke, but just me signifying, hey, that'd be funny if this happened, because I have funny imagination. I'd be looking at somebody, and then I'd be like, it'd be funny if let's say they're eating an ice cream cone. It'd be funny if while they're eating that ice cream cone, like the bottom just broke open, and then I just think about it, and I just start laughing, because I'm like, why is that so funny? Like, it's so stupid. But I try and work on I have long-term memory, to where I recall, like, on probably not the date, but I remember, like, hey, I remember you did this. Like, how do you remember that? I don't know. But whenever I start talking for a long time, I just forget what I talk about, and I'm like, I'll just keep going with the past 5 words I remember, and then I'll just go like that. Gosh, what were they talking about? Oh, and me interacting with people. Yes, so for my New Year's resolution for the past 4 years, even though I gave up having one, which is probably why I've had the same one for 4 years, is just be a better me, which is cool, be a better me. Like, so every year I improve something on myself, and for the past years I have, I've been a better version of me. And this year I want to be more social, but that's probably still not gonna happen. So I'll probably find something else later on in the year, like I could better this about myself, and I'll better that. But I really want to get better at being social, because while I was being alone and being just a depressed little boy, I realized I'm going to be left alone in college, because 99% chance all my friends are going to get different schools, they're going to get better schools, and I'm just going to end up at some community college. Or if I'm lucky, and if I stay up with my grades, I will have a pretty decent school that I will go to, but I will have a roommate I don't know, which is fine. That's life. I'll work with my roommate, and we'll make a connection, or make a schedule. Hey, you have this girl over on these nights, because I work those nights, but during school nights, just let me study. If you really need to have sex, let me know, so I can go rent a cubicle at the library, and just let me know. We'll work out a schedule. But if I somehow end up with my friends, that'd be even better for me. But 99% chance that won't happen, which is alright. That's cool. Move on with your life. Forget about me. Get a good family. If you're happy, I'm happy. Alright, settled. But I guess just the thought of me having to be social is just really critical, especially during the break, because a lot of the times I was home alone, so I was like, I'm gonna go out to go eat. So I just drove to like some restaurant and I ate alone, so I can just think. And I've been writing my book. By the way, my book, that's a big thing I want to work on this year, is that I'm writing 2 books. One book will be done probably after college or during college, or maybe even not after. No, definitely during college or after college, because I need to make it perfect, because it needs to be the best book you've ever written. And I'm writing a second book about not the same topic, but probably about the same general topic, which involves love and how it's good and bad and all this good stuff, and it's about a boy's lust. So now, well, hopefully, I said I want to finish that by the end of this year, which I probably could actually during the summer. But a lot of the times when I start writing, I'd get like the basics going. I'm like, that's enough, and I play games, which is probably not a good sign. But I think it's very funny that happens a lot. But watching anime actually helps too, because sometimes I'm like, should I even watch anime? But then I watch anime, and then I'm like, wow, that's a good storyline, or like, wow, that's actually an important topic. I'm like, wow, anime teaches me life lessons in no way. It's like, it's better than watching American television. What? But where was I going with this? Wow, what the? Wow, what is wrong? Oh, yeah. So I just want to be a better social skill worker, because I know I'm gonna get a job, which is probably gonna be a social skill. I'm probably gonna end up working at a place close to my college or someplace, because I have my life scheduled. Go to college, hopefully. If not, hopefully my book sells very good at a young age, so that I don't have to go to college. Which is not a good thing. I'm going to get a degree that's not involved in college. I mean, not involved in writing a book, so I can do something with my life when writing a book doesn't work out. But besides that, that's something I thought about doing, but I was like, no, that's something personal. Because the good present that I got, that I never really mentioned as a good present to the person that got it to me, but I really highly doubt they're listening to this, but it's a really good present. I use it a lot, just not in public, just because it's just a personal present, which is where I write my deepest, darkest secrets. It's a journal for writing. It's a writing journal, but usually in it I write out, hey, I did this today. I made this much progress, but, the first update was 1 through 2nd, and then the next update was 7 through 8, because I missed those other days, because either A, I wasn't writing, or B, I didn't feel the need that it was such a major update. So, I keep it in a time span, like 1 through 5, the 1st to the 5th, I made this progress on this page, stuff like that. And I also write, on this day I was feeling sad, so maybe that helped me with this. Or also, like, probably on one of the days, eventually, I'll be like, I'm taking a break for this week, because I feel really awful, and I explain why I feel awful. I'll be like, I don't want this to affect the thing, because maybe I'm writing a happy scene during this time, or something like that, So I use it a lot, but not in public, because I don't want people to be like, hey, let me see that journal. And I'm like, no, this is my own thing, so that's why in public I write on my phone. I type in my notes. I keep up to date on things on my phone, so I can put it in my journal, and so I can erase it on my phone, because I know if I leave it on my phone, eventually I'm just going to keep writing on my phone, which is not what I want to do, because if I have a pen and paper on deck, that keeps me more involved in me being on my phone, because eventually I'll just end up going off on social media, things like that. So it's a really good present. You're probably not listening, but I really love it. I really appreciate it, and all this good stuff. I use it, just not in public, just because it's something special to me. Anyway, okay, back to the topic again. Besides writing a book this year and wanting to be social, I just want to make content that I'm proud of, because I like doing YouTube, because YouTube, even though right now, hopefully when the podcast ends and and I start doing YouTube more just for fun and giggles, how I'm doing it right now, hopefully it won't be a place of people hanging other people, Tide Pods, Ugandan Knuckles, all this other good stuff to start off the year. Hopefully it'll be a more stable platform to where I can spread my word without needing to put dead people in my thumbnails. Which, by the way, thumbnails, originally I wanted to have a set thumbnail and set background to these, but I love just changing it up. Just like, probably for like the rest of these, I might just put random animals that I want, because that just makes it untitled. Because if I give it a label, they'd be like, boom, and then you gave it a label. I'm like, no, I needed to be just unfiltered, whatever, just super. That's what I like about it. It's just raw, and it's just dirty. It's okay to be nasty. But wow, I went off. I went on like so many different topics. Oh, okay. So, just to wrap things up, just in case I run out of time, because it's coming close to 30 minutes, but I might actually talk more than that if people don't come over. But yeah, but main topics of the day are that I appreciate the book, I appreciate the journal. You know, I use it a lot. Thank you. I love you as a person. You know, you're great. Second thing is the podcast. The Untitled podcast is coming to an end, but that doesn't mean the podcast format will be coming to an end. I'll just take a break afterwards so I can refresh on myself. More content is coming to this channel. It's becoming a my channel. I made it for my friends, but they're like, no, we don't want it. But like, come on, man, why would you do that? But probably because of the way that I named the email, I might just make a new channel. And I'll just make that my official channel, and I'll move the new podcast to there. Because, I feel like this would be a good... Yeah, I might just... Yeah, let me scratch that. Right number 2 off the list. After this podcast is over, I'm abandoning this channel. I'll become an archive to the memories I remember. I'll still like the videos, so I remember all of them, so I don't forget about the podcast. And then I'll make my own channel, and I'll put the new podcast and all that on there, since that will be my own personal stuff. Because I made this channel for me and my friends... And I'm the only one that ever probably logged onto the email. So I feel like it should just end that way. And I'll probably forget the password too, so I can't even resurrect it. So it'll be dormant. 52 podcasts straight, dormant, dead. And then I'll bring you back a new podcast and much. So new channel, I'll work on that. I'll work on graphics for that, because I know I'll probably do it the day before. Third thing, I'm writing a book. That's pretty cool. I thought about vlogging it, but no, I like writing it more because it's more personal, and I just want to keep up to dates and personal goals to myself. Because if I release them to the public, not that people even talk about anything that I talk about online, but just in case they do, like, hey, how's this coming? And I'll be like, I actually didn't do that, and I'll be like, well, I can't really tell them much because I literally didn't do anything, which is not good. But I guess the fourth thing, and the fourth thing is just just how much I still appreciate for anybody that even listens to even the if you listen to a SoloCast, you are a true fan. I've never heard anybody talk about SoloCast before. They talked about, you know, my group podcast being funny every now and then, but nobody ever talks about SoloCast, you know. I put a lot of effort in it. No, I don't. I just ramble for at least 30 minutes, which is coming close. Is anything else I need to cover? No, so yeah, I'll start a new channel, new podcast, so I'll keep y'all up to date on that. Writing a book, I think that's it for me. Besides working myself, it's personal things which I don't like discussing, not because I could discuss it, but I feel like for my own sake and for my own mental health, it's better just to keep it to myself, because then I'll be like worrying about it for some reason. Not that it's something to be worried about or anything, but then I'll just overthink things, and I'll just get more sad, and then I might start doing what I worked on, and I'm like, I put too much time, I can't do that, I'll just wait, and things like that, which is a-okay, you know. Some things I don't tell people just because it's better for myself and for my mental state than spreading it out there, you know. I almost did something so stupid during the Christmas break too. I almost texted somebody something so stupid, and I looked at it, I was like, why would I even text this? And then, like, one was a more personal thing, and the other one was just, I was gonna text my friend, hey, you like oranges? Because I texted like some bad joke, and I was like, why would I text this? And I didn't text him, and I'm so, wait, okay, hold up, okay, anyway, I gotta play something for y'all. I'll put it. I never put descriptions anymore, just because I get so tired. It's just so lazy. Like, whenever I upload, it's like at 12 a.m. and I just set the video just to date and all that. But yeah. Just during the Christmas break, just on a personal note, to the people that always listen to every podcast I put out, even the SoloCast, I love you. No, I don't. I like you. Wait, that sounds me. Love you. Saying I love you is super duper iffy with me, because I think love has very different meanings. But me telling somebody I love them probably isn't as strong as me telling a family member, somebody that I really care about, I love you. That's a topic for the wait a minute, hold up. Oh, okay. It's on a Wednesday. Because I was like, speaking of love, when's Valentine's Day? It's on a Wednesday. That's such a weird... Okay, that's such a weird day. Okay. So I'll probably do a special before or after. By special, I mean I'll probably get people that are dating so they can tell me about their own thing about love. Because I don't have any. Yeah, but... sorry, I'm just looking up something come on, where is it at? I know I don't have, oh, here it is. You guys ready? You guys ready for this fight? Hopefully this plays. If this doesn't play, I'll be very sad. 100, way to go. Okay, yeah, so I guess just to top this off is that expect more things beside podcast. I keep repeating myself, but what else is here for me to say? I guess. I guess let's go a little bit. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. This is straight fire.
Take this Texas, what a mess. It's as tiny as a speck. Drive the roads and then you'll see that all you'll feel is the potholes in sync. While McDonald's wait for a month. Let's try Sonic, oh it's past lunch. Domino's is coming soon and KFC, add that too. Take this Texas, what a mess. 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 Groceries don't even ask. Go to Latina and you'll find rats. Smell the sewer, not a surprise. Only store where we can buy oil filled. Bringing all this money, where's it going? I don't know, you tell me. Crossing Cedar is a doozy. Traffic is bad, but people still cruising. Take this Texas, what a mess. 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 Driving miles just to see a movie, can't go here. Everything's closing. PTX, what a joke. Going to Denny's, can't get a Coke. All these hotels with no guests. As you can tell, Pecos in the best. World's first rodeo once a year. That's the most exciting it'll ever be here. Pecos, Texas, what a mess. 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 Pecos, Texas, what a mess.
Oh yeah. That's my boy, man. That's my boy. King is raw. His tagline is just raw. I'll link that in the description. That'll be the only link for the rest. It's such a banger. I really hope he recorded it, because I'm worried about this, because I'm using new settings on my regular desktop computer that I never use, and I don't know if I even recorded this podcast right. Hopefully I did, because I don't think I can talk any longer because my throat's starting to hurt. But I hope you heard that fire. If not, you guys just heard me say, "Ooh, tell me what." Because like, what are you talking? But just check out the original. It's literally a banger. I cried the first time because it was so funny. But like, I was like, but it's so good. It's so amazing. Like, if Kane can do stuff like that makes me want to do stuff too. Like, I told him I want to record a music video. I was like, we can record it in 4K and we just make it like the best video ever. But he doesn't want to do it. I'm like, Kane, just do it. Let's be honest. We all want to see this music video. It's so cool. It's so amazing. It's so, I'm literally smiling because that made my New Year so much. Oh my, it's so good. It's literally the best. But I think that about wraps it up. I just wanted to play that so. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for this SoloCast V6 or V5. I don't know. I get them all mixed up, to be honest. All SoloCasts are the same. To be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about actually, but excuse me. I wanted to hammer the most important things in, so I can get you guys up to date with behind the scenes things and stuff like that. Yeah, but thank you guys so much again, like always. I hate doing that because I'm like, wow, with 32, but that's a lot. I'm like, well, I'm doing a whole year, so obviously it's gonna be a lot. So, oh my god, thank you guys. Well, I thank them so much, but like, legitimately, thank you to anybody that's ever listened to a podcast, whether it be my very first one or the SoloCast or the latest one or the last one. Thank you all so much for watching them. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my friends that you guys listen to us and banter. That's cool beans. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening to this week's podcast. And next week, I say these after every solo cast, and I mean it. Hopefully, we'll have a guest so you guys can be entertained by somebody that's not me. Because all I did this podcast was talk about me being a sad little boy during the break, me writing a book, me trying to be a less sad boy, and me ending the podcast, which will probably make me a sad boy. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you guys next week. So I hope you guys have a good week. Okay, I'm okay. AdSense.